This is Jump and Shoot playing Betrayal at the House on the Haunted Hill, the Charles Manson edition, and we have some new animal friends. We have a ghost who's kind of cool. Actually, he's funny when he's moving around. He's just kind of like a big blob. We also got, or put back the owl because I grounded out some of the abilities from somebody else. Is a Jestabaki, and there's a bunny. And there's even a bear. So I did a little bit of grinding. I got some more abilities down here. I can do this now, which is a really crazy ability to have right now. But what the drawback of one of those ones is that it takes up 2 slots, which I totally forgot was a thing in this game. And yes, the best. People say the best magic is Balloon Ra because they just release shots that like home in, but they're only really good against Julius. I don't think they're good because actually like the casting time is long too, so like you can't really use it in like tight corridor places because they all just hit the wall and they evaporate and it's really annoying. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to talk about this as coherently as possible. Since this is a game about sleeping worlds and dreaming and waking people up and other stuff, I want to use this time to talk about my thoughts on woke culture and why I think most of it is bullshit. Not in that woke culture is real and bad, and I mean woke culture as described by like conservatives and people in the right is fucking bullshit, and I genuinely don't think it's a real thing. It's just a it's a gigantic whistleblow to complain about other. I can't observe this guy because he's trapped in time. But yeah, I guess the thing is they keep moving the goalpost of what it means to describe something that they don't like that is progressive. It's just so fucking stupid. Is this a mission or a team? Pull off at least 3 motion attacks. I can do that. So, yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's like, off the top of my head, there's like 4 or 5 different types of woke. There's the woke that is, oh, you're changing a food to be more, like, healthy, like a healthy option. You're creating a plant-based meat. That's woke. What are you doing? Oh, did I fail? There's no more enemies. There's the kind of woke where if you decide that, celebrating a certain holiday is problematic, so you're not going to do it anymore. Oh god damn it, I wasn't supposed to do that. Oh, where, you know, people choose not to celebrate Thanksgiving or, Columbus Day or certain specific holidays. Or, you know, saying, happy holidays instead of Christmas. That's kind of woke now. Is what they call it. It's like, my opinion on that is like, it's just a way to kind of respect people who don't celebrate the holiday. Also, Christmas has become so detached from. Oh, who is this friend? I think you have to kill this guy. I'll do it. I'm pretty sure he'll wipe the floor with me. Maybe if I die, I can redo the other thing. Oh my god, that is a lot of health. The Christmas has become so detached from the holiday, like from the religion part of it. It's like so it's become so transformed by, and this is gonna sound weird, by like capitalism and like just trying to sell the idea of Christmas and not like as a part of religion. So like it doesn't even matter saying Merry Christmas anymore. Like you can say it, I can't move, and people will know that you just mean like, oh, it's like the time of the year. It's like it's just part of the season now. It's not the religion anymore. And I think like conservative Christians are trying to fight against that. Like they're taking the Christ out of Christmas, and whatever. Deal with it. You still have Easter, so whatever. And there's a kind of woke where you're representing a marginalized group. That's woke, or you're being gender neutral. You're respecting people's gender preferences. Oh, you're woke. It's just they keep calling woke like all these things that are so stupid, and it really doesn't matter at the fucking end of the day, because just when whoever this, I don't know how this happened, but like I was watching Bill Burr talk about it, and I actually can't survive long enough in this, and oh come on, dude, stop. But I was watching Bill Burr talk about it on one of his podcasts, and notoriously he's a comedian. So a lot of the time when he talks about things, people are like, "Oh, I don't like that. I hate how sensitive people are now. They're also woke and everything." Like he used to say that, and then one of the podcasts I watched, he changed his mind on that. It's like, you know what? I've been thinking about like woke and all this stuff, and it's like it's kind of bullshit, because he's saying that back in the day, woke was like a black slang term that white people just appropriated, and that became like just a thing that they say now to about everything. It was specifically white people who don't like progressive movements in society that just call everything woke. Oh, you're woke now. It's so stupid. So I actually didn't want to carry anything over because I'm not gonna play as Riku yet. So I'll just put it into... Wait. I'll just put it into money, because I need to go back to being Sora. So, yeah, it got appropriated, basically. And I don't know exactly what, like, year or time frame that happened. But, yeah, when... things but things that were trying to make like progressive moves, like have a strong female character, even though that get like done to death, unfortunately. But like changing the race of a character to update them, or okay, in the entertainment case more so, whenever Disney would like update something, where you absorb things, oh my god, whenever Disney would make an update to something, because they know that like they don't want to associate with like the ideology of this anymore, they would update something and change it. But it's like, oh, but it's... Conservatives would be like, oh, but it's what we grew up with. Why would you change that? Well, you hate change. We can't handle when things change. It's like, that's all it really is. Oh, God, they're so bad at hitting you. You can't, like... Oh, my God. He despawns. So... Yeah, it's blatantly obvious when, like, companies are trying to, like, protect themselves from criticism by trying to by trying to sweep things under the rug that, like, were problematic before. And I respect, like, Warner Brothers at first more, because in older Looney Tunes cartoons, or for modern releases of older Looney Tunes cartoons, they would put like a disclaimer at the beginning of it, being like, well, they would have Whoopi Goldberg come on and be like, hey, we don't want to change this, because if we do, it's kind of like we're denying that it exists, which is worse than not doing that. So we're gonna leave it as is, and you can watch it intact, but it's just that we don't believe in this stuff anymore. Because it's true, like, the people who made that, like, aren't even around anymore, but it is their property, and they can re-air it if they want to. But it would be kind of desperate to like try to change that just to make it more publicly acceptable. Just leave it as is and tell everybody, hey, we don't think like this anymore. Like that's more respectful to the source material and like the history and all that shit. Meanwhile, you got like Disney, who's changing Pinocchio to take out the beer part and like make Gaston like implied to be gay and not like explicitly, which would be too representative. So they didn't do that. It's like really hypocritical. But then they also disown Pepe Le Pew, the character. Like, not that I care that much about him, but it's hypocritical to do that when they can just, like, use the character again. Or they can just reuse the character as much as they want and just be like, hey, they could just change how he is. Like how they did with Speedy Gonzalez. Like, I know most Mexicans that I talk about this with, like, they're like, oh, I didn't really care that he was a stereotype. We didn't see him as a stereotype. Some do, and, like, they're allowed to, that's their discussion, not mine. But, usually what I hear from, like, Hispanic comedians is that, like, oh, they loved, they loved, like, those kind of characters. I love his cousin, like, Slowpoke Rodriguez or something, or some shit. I don't want to look onto you. I want to get out of here. They weren't offended by that. You know, and then when they started to, like, stop using him, they were like, oh, well, now we don't have representation. They were put in, like, a damned if they do, damned if they don't situation by using the character. It's like, but then they'll update it to be not, like, more PC, but, like, kind of more normal. I guess is a way of putting it. Like I remember the Looney Tunes show, they made Speedy Gonzalez like a pizzeria chef person. This is a gross animal that we're now riding on. I don't really know why we need to ride him when we can fly anywhere we want to. Oh shit. But yeah, in the case of Pepe Le Pew, they just stopped using him. They didn't even try to, like, fix him. If they're gonna go on this, like, virtue dick writing, I don't know what else to call it. But, that's also kind of hypocritical, too. Because, can we ride the current? No, but we can go up. I can see that there's a chest over here. Oh, it's a big boy chest. They just disown him. They stopped using him in the new Looney Tunes cartoons. He wasn't in Space Jam 2. They're trying to just, like, pretend he didn't exist, which is like what Disney does with some of their stuff now. And it's stupid. Like, they can just fix the character or maybe leave those old cartoons intact and be like, hey, we don't think like this anymore. But they don't. And they call not using him woke, and they call Disney changing things woke. So it's just nobody can win in most, like, situations. I think I just saved again. So what you're supposed to do is go jump around now. Jump around. And if they're gonna play that card, and like, oh, we can't use this character because they've done problematic things in the past. Okay, there's a clip of Bugs Bunny shooting Native Americans, singing a little song about it. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. And then he, like, shoots 5 of them. And then he goes, oop, that one was a half-breed. Like, oh my god. They're gonna keep using Bugs Bunny despite that. But, Pepe Le Pew, he makes unwanted advances at a cat. Can't use that character ever again. It's like, they're being very selective about what not to use. So, in, like, regards to woke culture, like, they think Every time they change something, that's considered woke. It's just they throw that word a lot towards everything, and because of that, it doesn't mean anything. And in the case of like more hypocrisy that I've noticed, or maybe just the idea of having different definitions of woke across like different anti-woke people. Like, okay, I watched Felipe Esparza's podcast. He said multiple times he doesn't like woke people because woke people are too sensitive to jokes, and they need to remember that we're comedians who say things funny, who try to say funny things, and we don't ever mean anything we say. It's just a joke, man. So you're not allowed to get mad or anything. You can just not like the comedy, but you can't try to cancel us. That's what most comedians say who are against like quote unquote wokeness. And I remember in one episode he was saying he didn't like his woke cousin because he doesn't celebrate Thanksgiving. But then in a different podcast he's saying he describes the importance of representation, because he was saying like, man, there's not enough like Hispanic superheroes, and which is why he's hopeful for like things like Blue Beetle coming forth and being like a standalone movie. It's on its own and representing like Hispanic people and superheroes. So I was like, okay, he thinks his cousin not celebrating a holiday because it's problematic is woke, which he doesn't like, but he likes representation, which to other conservatives or to anti-woke people is woke. Representation is inherently woke to them. So I'm just like, okay, which one is it, guy? It's one of those times where like someone is being selective with what they deem woke. It's like, so okay, if you're just being picky about it, then it doesn't fucking mean anything. We're just moving the goalposts again and again and again. Like, and it is just like a calling card or a whistle blow, like I said earlier, for like, oh, he's already half donkey because he drank the beer. They wouldn't show that in this game though. Monstro is small, and no, he's not small. Never mind. He's pretty big. Since that happened, they now have a term to use, and it's just funny to watch them like jump through hoops and ladders to try to describe something as woke. It's so stupid. Describe something as woke as a fault. Oh, we can't like this because it's woke. Are we gonna succumb to the woke mind virus? Like, just how do they not hear themselves and think they're crazy? Like, what the fuck? Meanwhile, unrelated, this evil lobster is now attacking this whale. This is his origin story. Like, oh, that's why. Oh my god, he froze. He froze the whale, and he's like gonna die. So is that why Monstro is a world in Kingdom Hearts 1? Oh my god, it's because this is the whale's past trauma that he's been trying to wake up from. Sure. I remember this version of the fight being kind of annoying because you have to really like chase it around the arena. Okay, I wish I equipped a fire. Oh, I do have Fire Rocket Burst. This is probably super effective. And barely any of them hit. Oh my god. And he flies, which you do not have the power to fly. I can't fucking touch him. Oh wow, that did a lot. Okay. It's super fucking funny considering the Barbie movie came out, right? I need to find the image of this again, but somebody was quote retweeting like Barbie and be like, because Barbie made a shit ton of money along next to Oppenheimer, and somebody quote retweeted like, you know, the go woke go broke people are being awfully quiet today. And despite most you know, right-leaning movie review people, like I imagine geeks and gamers and other random people I don't know about are just calling the Barbie movie woke Um, there's those people, and then the people in the comments of this tweet were like, wait a minute, Barbie wasn't woke. Obviously, it was about Ken, and Ken, it's about like male acceptance and all this other stuff. It's just like, wow, they got that from Barbie, that it was somehow about them, about straight white males. The Barbie movie, it's about straight white males, and you identified that, and you now deciding that it's not woke because you relate to Ken. It's like, that's, from what I hear people talk about the movie, that's not even what it was about. Or like, it's a part of the movie, and you know, part of feminism is like equality for both genders. Okay. So yeah, there's probably a arc for Ken, but it's still mostly about Barbie, just so that like it's not a pure feminist movie. Or like the negative connotation that they think feminism has. I can't fucking, this is so annoying. And I don't have combo master, so I can't just keep attacking in that direction. It's like, well, I didn't get the hit on the first swing, so now I gotta fucking go all the way over there. Now what's happening? Now what are you doing? Destroy the ice holding monstro. Okay. Oh, I don't remember this part of the boss fight at all. Or maybe this is part of the story version, but it's not in the refight. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, what did you doing to me? Get me out of here, man! You're crazy, man! Ooh, look at this environment. We're chasing the big lobster. Can I still take damage on this? I don't want to find out. So yeah, they somehow tried to claim Barbie as a male empowerment film. It's like, how dumb can you be? But yeah, that's why wokeism, as described by right-leaning people, is fucking stupid. And wokeism is not a real thing. Woke culture is not real either. I mean, there's people that they just want to make progressive moves in society because it helps everybody. That's a bad thing, I guess. Question mark. Oh no, bro! Achoo! Imagine if a whale sneezed, how many explosions we would hear in the ocean. And maybe someday we can finally go to the beach. Roxas? Beach? Oh, whale! What the heck? He just finds Pinocchio's little nose washing up ashore. Oh no, Pinocchio! Okay. Okay. So these are all in the past. Okay, yeah, so worlds can fall to darkness. They can be split in two. They can go to sleep. They can be dreaming. It's weird. They add, I already said this, but they add like so much personification to the worlds. It's kind of cool, I guess, but it also doesn't make sense, and I don't know if I fully like it. Bear's gear. I don't remember this Keyblade at all. Oh wait. Extra boots and strength and magic. Why does Riku get the whale Keyblade? I guess because he was in the whale, and Sora went to the Festival of Fools. can't help you with revenge. I can't help you with revenge. Oh wait, Maleficent. Oh wait, he dropped the frame. You know what was kind of cool in Mirrorverse? Like, the crossover aspect is that I'm in chapter 4 and doing the fucking story missions. And, they used Oogie Boogie to take over Monsters Incorporated. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Because they both deal with scaring people. Like, that is a good crossover. Like, Oogie Boogie wants to take over Monsters Inc. and like get a bunch of scares from people. And it's like, whoa. And he's talking to Sully, and Sully's like, I already told you, Oogie Boogie, I don't like the way you scare people. It's like, wow. This was necessary. Wait, so what happened? He stole Minnie? In a little gummy ship. This is a load of barnacles. So I don't like that they make Maleficent like an anti-hero. Because in the other game she's like what do you call it? The Duke's Ex Machina. In the middle of Kingdom Hearts 2, and then in Kingdom Hearts 3, she's just kind of doing her own thing. Actually, yeah, she's doing her own thing. She's looking for the black box with Pete. They're not even, like, in the game. Wait, so what's happening now? I knew you'd go back to Traverse Town, but I don't remember why. Let's stop here. I talked about woke culture and what I think is bullshit. That's all you need to know. And we also woke up from the dream that we were having about a boy and a whale and a roly-poly snail.